depending on whether you knew him as the TV repairman, the lumber and hardware expert, the developer, the home builder, or as the fire chief. We all saw a different side of Don. The most important role in his life, though, was that of husband and father. He spoke of Doris often as the rock and his hardest working partner. She kept up to him and supported him in whatever new project he embarked on. Scott and Jason, he was so very proud of each of you. You each chose to pursue and achieve your own goals. Being able to make your own way in life was very important to him. From humble beginnings, Don strove to do his best with often limited resources. He started with a small business and then, through the years, ended up with a number of very successful ventures, most notably Westland. He certainly had strong feelings about doing things his own way, even as a young man. His mother shared a story with us about Don in high school. It seems that Don had taken to staying out a little late every night. Rumor had it that it was to drink beer. Another source told me he had started a special diet at that time with high school chum Paul Frommer. He thought they would add some muscle and weight by drinking 6 beer a night. Instead, Don lost weight. His mother attempted to put a stop to the carousing. She suggested he should focus on his studies. He advised her that high school would be a cinch. Well, it wasn't, and he ended up putting in many hours studying. Reading and improving his knowledge about his latest project became a way of life for Don. He made sure he fully understood and researched everything before he tackled it. He completed every fire course available and continued to sit right next to the new members during training sessions. He took relish in getting higher or the highest mark in each course he took. He also made sure he had time to play, and when he did, he would show everyone a thing or two about having fun. He was never afraid to get wet at parties or at fire practice. Recently at a barbecue, I warned the new young firefighters that it would be tough to throw Don into the hot tub. It took 6 of them to wrestle him down. Always a strong competitor, he enjoyed playing card games, notably Donut, and he showed you how to play pool. Don enjoyed a good practical joke as well. In our fire station, neckties were outlawed, so cutting the neckties off unsuspecting dignitaries who visited the fire station created chuckles for a few weeks. Will we ever really know who kept exchanging truck tailgates and greasing vehicle door handles? Don's idea of having fun was helping people, whether it was moving a piano with the fire department. Many of them were moved under his direction. He never really lifted them. He really enjoyed helping his nieces and nephews. They were very special to him, and he was flattered that they would take the advice that he offered. Don enjoyed his toys, and he certainly enjoyed his techno toys. And he envied many of his brother's projects. He often talked about Bob's many talents. Although, we're not going to bring up that darn jukebox today. He was never too busy to offer his time to assist in organizing many community events. Be it manager of the championship hockey team in the 60s, the Mornell Frontier Days, the beautification project, or any other project or sponsorship in the community. Many other communities who needed a fireworks display set off by the master pyrotechnic would also call on Don. He also acted in a special role as a liaison to the Alexander First Nations. All of this community work was recognized in 1993 when he received Volunteer of the Year for the town of Mornville. Each of you have special memories of a man who lived his life to the fullest. Every day brought a task to be completed and a new project to begin. To some, it always appeared as though his numerous projects were struggles to overcome. But to those who spent time with him, we knew that it was just another one of those challenges. The more he had on his plate, the happier he was. Don had a saying, if you're going to do it, then let's do it right the first time. take the time to plan it. And then he'd conclude with, and you'll do it. His leadership style was that often known as the benevolent dictator. He always provided time and opportunity for others to discuss the means of achieving a goal, but often with his own foresight, he knew what the answer would be before we had conceded or arrived at that solution. Although Don had many hobbies, his real passion was firefighting. He served for 38 years as an active firefighter. For 28 of those years, he commanded and built a legacy that will continue in Morinville for many years. The fire station, the equipment, the level of training, the personnel, the continual upgrading. The height of the bar was always raised by our chief. He led by example. He took the courses, he worked hard, he fought hard at the fires right beside us. He led by example, attending almost all fire practices since 1964. It is hard to ignore the influence he's had on all of our lives. In coming weeks, don't be surprised if you find yourself rearranging the pillows on the couches, aligning the TV in the kitchen, putting coasters under glasses, keeping files where they belong, pushing chairs in at the table, keys on their hooks, and tools organized in a consistent fashion, just like Don would have wanted them.